What's up, everybody? I'm Jay,
the Schmuck Buddha.
My weekly tales revolve around all the horrible shit that has happened to me throughout my life. From acts of pure stupidity to sexual conquest gone awry to being at the wrong place at the wrong time. Every week, I will be sharing one of my ridiculous tales and let you be the judge. I bring you the stories about a boy named Jay. Enjoy.
A little backstory on 21 is my lucky number. My next story. During this time in my life, my tolerance for alcohol was at an all-time high, being entirely due to becoming a member of a college fraternity. This happened to be the biggest fraternity on campus, mind you that. The culture in our specific frat was to get piss-ass drunk 7 nights a week and rage like Greek gods. That was our goal in life. This next story is the result of me blowing this way out of proportion and almost killing myself due to bad mistakes. But I survived it, so here's the tale. I bring you episode 5. 21 is my lucky number. My 21st birthday was a total disaster in so many ways. I almost died. Surprise, surprise. I'll never forget the meticulous preparation that went into preparing myself for the big occasion. Before I embarked on my journey as a legal adult, I ate a weed brownie and took a Xanny. I suddenly had an idea. I wanted to document how many drinks I could ingest during the night on a sheet of paper. The reason I did this was no one from our whole house had ever been able to pinpoint how many drinks they successfully ingested during their night of debauchery, which was their 21st birthday, and successfully come back with an exact count of what they drank and how much. This would be proof to my friends at how fucked up I became, and would silence them if they questioned the Schmuck Buddha. Finding a pen and paper, I created a drinking list template which would tally all the drinks that I poured down my throat. We began to pregame before we headed out to the local pub that evening. I drank 3 glasses of red wine and 1 beer. My friends collectively dragged me to the nearest bar right after our private drinking fest. By the time we entered the establishment, I was feeling extremely relaxed and a bit loopy due to the brownie and muscle relaxer I ingested prior to us starting out our night. As we arrived inside the bar, my friends began presenting me with various tasty beverages, and I started consuming. Just so you know, I didn't even think about what they were handing me. Pretty much it was just, give me drink, give me drink, give me drink. I was like the well that they put all the alcohol no one wants, they just throw it in there. That's what I was doing with these drinks. Anyways, as they continually handed me drink after drink without thinking twice and writing it down on my list.
30 seconds. 30 seconds. Wow, look at her. She's helping. She's helping. This is just like nighttime feedings in my house. One person screaming and another one. Look at this.
It didn't take long for my drinking ledger to document that I had successfully consumed 26 cocktails, including 1 Three Wise Men, which was composed of Johnny Walker, Scotch whiskey, Jim Beam, bourbon whiskey, and Jack Daniels, Tennessee whiskey. They also gave me 1 Four Horsemen, 1 part bourbon whiskey, Jim Beam, 1 part Tennessee whiskey, Jack Daniels, 1 part Scotch whiskey, Johnny Walker Black, and 1 part Irish whiskey, Jameson. And just so you know, during this time, I could not touch whiskey. If I did, I just couldn't handle it. And they were pouring whiskey down my throat, essentially. That's what I was doing. They also bought me 1 entire pitcher of all the Wells alcohol mixed together with pineapple juice, which we all nicknamed whores, tallying a whopping 7 full pint glasses of that stuff, and several tequila shots, and many more. During this time, I was so shit-faced, I literally was as sober as a judge. I knew exactly what was going on around me at all times, and had full control of myself, or so I thought. My friend approached me suggesting I take another shot. That was before he took a look at my list. He suddenly grabbed the list from out of my hand, took a long look at it, immediately freaked out, and ushered me into the back parking lot of the bar at once. He expressed serious concern for my well-being, saying if I didn't puke, I would definitely get alcohol poisoning. This suddenly became a whole different ball of wax. After hearing those words, I jammed my index and middle fingers down my throat. Before I could count to 3, puke came flying out of my nose and mouth. The Amazon River had miraculously appeared in my mouth, and I was vomiting violently. That's how much throw up was coming out of my mouth and nose, just so you guys know. This sucked worse than having a hippo sit on your foot and crush it. Non-stop vomit came pouring out from every open hole of my body for 5 minutes straight. Brutal, I know. I could barely stand halfway through the ordeal. When I finished releasing all those alcohol-filled fluids from out my stomach, the alcohol hit me, instantaneously becoming a shit-walking, fucked up beyond all recognition zombie. That's the equivalent to one of those zombies you see in The Walking Dead, but worse, because you actually have to care for them or they may get into some serious shit. My friends really didn't want to deal with my bullshit, so they drove me back to the fraternity house and left me fend for myself for the remainder of the evening. When I entered the house, I found one of those huge cushion gym mats, made a bed, and laid down comfortably upon it. I fell asleep, and all was well, or so it seemed. Unfortunately, throughout the night, various fraternity members took several enormous wooden door-sized beer pong tables and encapsulated me within their homemade fort. The fort's interior was made up of hundreds of old newspapers that covered me from head to toe. Used up toilet paper, basketballs, and dirty water from the roof of the house. I woke up in the middle of the night due to the severe weather conditions. It was freezing outside, and I barely could feel my legs since all I wore was a short-sleeved t-shirt and skinny jeans, and I was covered in that mess. Without evaluating my surroundings properly, I kicked the beer pong table closest to my feet over, causing a massive earthquake-like scenario to occur. Not a good move. All I have to say is, timber! Simultaneously, each of the beer pong tables began toppling over. The one closest to my head came plummeting down on top of my noggin, smacking me clear in the head and knocking me out completely. I woke up the next morning covered in piss, puke, crusty newspapers, and all the rest of the garbage they left me as a present. On my head, there was a gigantic black penis drawn on it. The pair of giant testicles covered my entire face. I was a walking penis in the most literal of terms.
This is such a creepy picture. This is so disturbing.
After I had awoken, a splitting headache engulfed my head. I said to myself, Jay, way to get super fucked up, you schmuck. Now the whole university and the outside world will see how much of an enormous putz you are. Great job. Maybe next time you can remember that you're not invincible or God. Wait a minute. While scratching my head, I contemplated that statement. So that must make me Attila the Hun then, right? Me need women and drink now!
Get out of here! Die!
After that night, I vowed to myself that I would never again do that again. That, of course, only lasted one day, as I was right back at it again the next evening. My life in a nutshell. Haha. Here's the life lesson. Be careful at how much alcohol you consume, because the repercussions, if you decide to violate the laws of life, are nutty and can kill you. Take my word for it. It's the equivalent to hell on earth. Trust the Schmuck Buddha on this.
There you have it, folks. My rendition of 21 is my lucky number. If you liked what you heard, please share it. Hit the like button or subscribe to my Twitter. All one word. Twitter.com/aboynamedjay. Instagram, all one word. Boy named Jay. Facebook page, all one word. Facebook.com/schmuckbuddha. Or you can go to my website, all one word, aboynamedjay.com. I will be releasing a tale once a week for your viewing and listening pleasure. This is your boy Jay, and this is my legacy that I leave the world with. And as I always say, don't attempt to be like me, but don't take the safe route in life. Thank you very much for listening. Until next week, I'm your boy Jay, and this is the Schmuck Buddha Experience. Peace out.